I know. As you can see, we're just traveling back in time here. Yep. Welcome, everybody. This is the final Insanity Check radio show at SD World Vision today. I know. It's sad. It's sad.
Definitely sad, man.
Again, 8's kicking us to the curb. As you can see, he's departing. The place is being stripped down.
Yeah, look at this, man. It was like Eminem back there, Biggie, everybody's back there. Now we got this.
Exactly. It's traumatizing. Truly traumatizing.
It's really sad, man. It's really sad.
We're just shy of basically 2 years over here. According to 8, we're his longest tenured show.
Which is kind of wild.
We have him on record as us being his favorite show.
Yeah, that's true.
So, that's a little bit of
You
an
don't want to say
accomplishment.
that when he's still got other people coming up in here, man.
Yeah. It's a little bit of an accomplishment, but it's cool, though. It's cool.
It doesn't even seem like 2 years, though. Seriously.
No, it doesn't.
It absolutely does not.
But it has been. That has been a deal. So today, how will we replace the impromptu sound effects?
Yeah, I know, man. That's probably, the one thing I realized when we go over to the new spot is going to be, the engineer. Because it's actually become an integral part of the show, as far as putting the music up for the interludes, and then just, coming in with the sound effects and stuff like that. So, it took time to build a rapport, so it's like, damn.
So we'll have to find a way to replace 8.
But who's going to point? I know 8's going to miss us. Who's going to point out his drug dealing, felonious activities, and all the rest of that stuff? Man.
Well, up in the Bronx, they don't care about shit like that. So that's a celebrated trait. So he will be king of his domain. So today, we're kind of gonna look back at a few of our favorite, maybe a little bit of our most crazy or most talked about shows that we've had over the past couple of years. There's one thing I think when we first started this show, I know we alluded to this and we definitely did a show about this. There's one thing we talked about when we were like, let's do this show. How are we going to do it? What's the makeup going to be like? One of the things we realized is that we're 2 black dudes, and
really,
well, yes, it's something that can't be hidden. And one of the things we wanted to do to differentiate ourselves from certain types of blacks hereabouts is, there's certain, we speak a certain way, we speak several different ways, and one of the things we don't do is we don't throw the N-word, which is nigger, because we don't say N-word around here. We don't throw that around frivolously. I know I have my reasons. I think they're similar to Skillet's, but, they may be a bit of a difference. But we did indeed do a show on the word nigger because I myself had pondered, why nigger? Why that word? Of all the words that, we've been called, particularly mainly by the white man, coon, buck, Sambo, jig, Jasper, spade,
Jungle
spook,
Bunny.
Why is it, and include including the ones where they try to soften it up as in Negro, and then you got your African American. First we were Afro Americans, even though we don't rock fros anymore, and then the African American, which I pretty much don't like. But nigger stuck. Nigger is the one that really, gets people's goat. It really, makes people cringe. It gets people to lose their job. I mean, calling a black man a spook will have you lose your job as well.
Any kind of slur, but that one particular word, which the NFL is planning on.
Yeah, I know, which is fucking.
Maybe
stupid.
we can. I don't know.
We could talk about it because that's part of why we're gonna, just to talk a little bit more, I guess a follow-up, if you will, on some of the things that we've done over the past. Just
so that people won't be confused. When you say we don't use the word on the show,
right?
Within, but obviously in our daily lives, we've said it plenty of times. We use it pretty much in all forms that I guess inner city black people that grew up in inner city using it. In terms of endearment, a condemnation also.
Yes, we support the double standard that if a white man says nigger to us, it's going to be a fast, hard beating about the face, neck, and throat
hard
area.
Shots to the body.
Christ, again?
I don't know what the fuck is.
So anyway, this was the show that we did about the word nigger, and so take a look, and then we'll we'll walk down memory lane with you guys. So 8, if you will. We were looking for some things online, and I had remembered a program, a special that came out called the N-Word, and it was.
Excuse me, I don't understand what the fuck that was.
It was a bunch of people, celebrities, talking about the word nigga, and one of the clips that the audio pieces that we want to bring to you from that is from Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson's very quickly recently become a personal hero of mine because, Sam doesn't fuck around. He doesn't make any bones about the truth. And the truth of the matter is that, he says the word nigga. He calls himself a nigga. He refers to other people, but he referred to the president as nigga. In fact, he said the president should become more nigger-ish.
In certain
certain situations.
No understanding what he meant.
Right. Yeah. And he doesn't mean become more lowly, more ignorant. No. Again, within our community,
Well, I'll just read some of it. I'll just read it right quick. Actor Samuel L. Jackson explained clearly why he supported President Barack Obama in the last election. The actor said that he voted for Barack Obama primarily because he's black. Well, we can touch on that because people have voted against him because he was black. So I have no problems with that because of politics, whatever. The actor said that he voted for Obama primarily because he's black. In an interview with Ebony Magazine, Jackson said, "I voted for Barack because he was black, because that's why other folks vote for other people, because they look like them." Then he went on to say, going even further with his conversation, Jackson referred to Obama as a nigger. He said, when it comes down to it, they wouldn't have elected a nigger because what a nigger is scary. Obama ain't scary at all. Niggas don't have beers at the White House. Niggas don't let some white dude, while you're in the middle of a speech, call him a liar. A nigger would have stopped the meeting right there and said, who the fuck said that? Jackson says that he hopes that Obama gets scary over the next 4 years, blah, 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 blah.
Let's hear some more truth from Sam.
Yeah.
Hey, could you put up the audio, please?
I have let people know that I'm an actor, I'm a nice guy, and there are a lot of things that we can get along with, but the first thing you need to know about me is I'm a nigga. And they look at me like, what? And I go, I'm not just, a really nice color fellow. I'm a nigga. And they go, well, Sam, I really don't understand. It's like, I'm one of those guys you really, really, really don't want to mess with. So I've done things that, people go to prison for, I guess, or I'm really, not going to just, punch you in the face. I'm going to do some niggerly shit to you.
And, but you don't have to have a sordid past or a sketchy past to because another audio clip we're going to play for you right now is
soon when we get the cue. Oh, okay.
Is the very own Brian Gumbel. Brian Gumbel's been mocked in the black community for not being black enough, for being half white, whatever, But in his own words, he admits that he uses the word nigga
and has used it in certain comfortable
in the very same way that Skillet and I say we use the same word.
And he's older. He's in his 50s. Yeah, he's like, what, 56 or something like
50,
that?
55.
Something like that. So
let's hear Brian. Let's hear Brian.
Most of my friends are my generation. I mean, I'm 55. And we all decry the use of it. And yet sometimes we're fiddling around, we say it. Sometimes. But we all kind of bemoan the fact that it's used with such regularity by younger people. But that may be just old guys bitching about being old.
So that was our take on it then. For us, things haven't changed. We still feel the same way. As Skillet just said or alluded to a little before we did the clip, the NFL now is going to try to enforce some 15-yard penalty if anyone says nigga on the field. Or I believe they even going into the locker room and all the rest. Well, they can't do the 15-yard penalty.
Well, some kind of fine or something, which I think is absolutely ridiculous because, number one, there's no way to, in my opinion, to possibly legislate this word without alienating certain individuals in the sense that, so now I guess, since you're only doing this for the word nigga, if I say, hey, cracker, white boy or some shit like that, which is, derogatory. I'm pretty sure white folks don't want to, walk around, being called white boys and, shit like that all the time or whatever. If there's an Asian guy and they call him some chink or some shit like that, they're going to be like, well, wait a second. If you getting, 15-yard penalties for calling the black guys niggas, we, equality all across the board. And second of all, to think that you're going to be punishing almost all black people, because I doubt if that Riley Cooper thing that happened, he was drunk, he was at someplace else. There's no fucking way that he was going to be on the field during a game talking about to hell with you niggas. The whole game would stop. It'll be a terrible fucking thing that'll set black people back 60 years. So basically, it's going to be like terms of endearment. It's like, yeah, that's what's up, nigga. Yeah, whatever, you sack a guy, yo. Like,
I think that's
Kevin Garnett shit. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I forget. It was live on air. And the dude, I don't know which guy did something fantastic when Garnett was with the Celtics. He was like, my nigga, which was basically like, my man, yo, my homie, you served this dude up. So,
and Ryan Clark kind of alluded to that it's going to be hard to enforce. If you're trying to penalize people for using the word maliciously and egregiously. Because it's not just used maliciously and egregiously.
And
that's the whole thing.
Yeah, and the ref is going to have to be, I guess, versed in all of its different uses and make this, an instantaneous decision. Which could think of it if it's a third down play, right, and or a fourth down play, like and the guys are going for it, and the defender stuffs it, and they stop them for fourth down, and it's a change of possession. But you're like, that's right, nigga, that's right. All of a sudden, up 15-yard penalty, first down for the other team. So I've actually done something good, and I'm bigging up my dude over here, and we get 15 yards. I mean, it's just, and then like I said, why just that word? And then also, where does it stop? Because now you're going to talk about, okay, that word's derogatory. Okay, yeah, we all know that. Everybody talks about that word, but there's probably so many.
Can you call someone a bitch still?
Yeah,
a pussy.
Yeah. You want to stop acting like a dick.
You say fuck you. Can you do any of the shit that the NFL players and the NBA players
just
and everyone else on the planet has done for the duration of the existence of professional sports in this country?
Yeah, exactly. So, it's just they're going down a path that they can't possibly pass this. They can't possibly.
I bet you they'll try.
If they do,
they're going to fuck the game up even more.
Yeah. They've already, the whole pussification of the game.
Niggas.
Yeah, exactly.
Niggas.
Another classic from the show, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, a couple of folks who watched that clip was remarking about how fucking horrible the show was.
What?
Back there. Because remember, that was back when we were using someone else's camera.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't HD. It was PU. But that's But look how far we've come.
Yeah.
Look how far we've come. But so it's just stupid. I mean, again, I keep on saying it. This is lazy motherfuckers and scared motherfuckers. Once again, the NFL is just so afraid of losing one penny of the $10 billion with a B billion dollars that they make on a yearly basis, an annual basis, $10 billion. They're so afraid of losing a drop of that fucking money that they're going to go to these extents. And this is, of course, all because of that whole fucking Jonathan Martin, Richie Incognito shit.
That we've covered to death about this bitch ass.
But it's again...
I can't say that. Oh, my God.
Fuck them. Overreaction. Trying to police shit that again, this has been going on for fucking decades and decades. Why is it a problem now? Why does it have to be policed
because
now?
They just want to try and save face to show that they're taking a stance against bullying and foul language in a sport where you're supposed to physically bully your opponent, and if you can also throw some verbal jabs in there for good measure, that's all par for the course. But that's what I don't understand. What kind of sport are they marketing? Because the whole thing of an offensive lineman is to bully around the defensive line and not let them get to the quarterback. That's what you're supposed to physically manhandle these people. And of course, people are going to be cursing and all this other kind of shit.
Well, duh.
It is what it is. But that word, they need to just give it a rest. It exists. It's a part of the fabric of our society, whether you like it or not. I know, the history of the word. I know, for the older generation,
Sir,
it's still.
Keep your pants on. Next.
Yeah.
Excuse me, miss, but I'm.
What the hell is that? Oh yeah, I thought that was another one of those drops.
It's breaking down.
No, from the YouTube. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay,
from the Nigger's YouTube video.
No, yeah, so for me, I understand the history of the word, but I also grew up on Red Fox and Richard Pryor, so I know how the word has been turned, and I won't necessarily say claimed, because some people are like, oh, we claim the word. The word exists. It is what it is. You just have to use the context in which is used, in which the word is uttered, and understand that not everything is going to be politically correct. It just doesn't happen, and it's never going to happen. And the more these people pretend, it's just the more disgusted I am, because it's just so fake, and right after the cameras go off, these people, go back to being normal human beings again.
Just like all of these fucking dudes, somehow said Fox, CBS, NBC, ESPN, they are the most fantastic at their HRs is fucking incredible. Because somehow they seem to find the only black people in America that never says the word nigga.
Just never ever said
all of these motherfuckers,
no
Chris
one
Carter, Keyshawn Johnson,
well, I told you, Wilbon and Stephen A. Smith.
Well, they
didn't fake Jack. They told the truth.
Going there. Well, yeah. So they slipped on Stephen A. Smith on ESPN. But all of these cats, oh my God, I can't believe it. We've never heard of such.
So Chris Carter's never used it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, when Randy Moss was on there.
Well, I already know Randy Moss used it before because I've heard it. But I'm talking about Chris Carter when somebody came up short with his dime bag of yayo. I'm pretty sure it's like, yo, nigga, what the fuck is this? You trying to sell me, nigga?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure
they're just fucking outraged and don't understand and can't understand the next generation. Well, fuck off. Just fuck off. Yeah. Like I said, you got Brian Gumbel telling you that him and his boys say that shit. Don't fucking sit there and tell me that you black motherfuckers from the streets, grew up and fight your way out of the fucking ghetto and go, oh,
never uttered that word. Get out of here.
Can't understand it. It's reprehensible.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
Anyway, y'all.
Lying ass niggas.
That was just a taste of the history of Insanity Check. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. So one segment down, only 3 to go.
We tried to